Hi, welcome to English Hamster. Are you learning English? Great. Here we learn through stories. They are simple and interesting. You can improve English while learning knowledge. Remember to subscribe, like and comment. Let's get started.
Let me tell you a secret. Top language learners use a secret weapon to speak English well. You can start using it today at home. You do not need to learn more words or grammar rules. Get ready to learn about shadowing. It is a very good way to help you sound like a native speaker. More than repeating, what is shadowing? Do you sometimes repeat English words again and again? But do you still feel something is wrong? Shadowing is different. It is not only saying the words. It is copying the music of the language, the speed, the high and low sounds, and the strong parts. Imagine you listen to a native speaker. You do not only repeat their words. You copy how they say the words, how fast they speak, when they stop, and the feeling in their voice. It is like a game. You try to match their sound exactly. Think of shadowing like exercise for your voice. When you exercise, your body becomes more flexible. Shadowing helps your mouth and tongue become more flexible. The goal is to make your voice sound more like a native speaker. It should not sound like a book. It is okay to make mistakes. Do not worry. The important thing is to practice. You are learning how to sound more natural. It is not only what you say, but how you say it. When you shadow, you learn the rhythm, the stress, and the music of the language. This is why shadowing is so good for your English. Why old ways are not enough. Many learners read, write, and remember words. These are important, but they do not always help you with real talking. For example, when you read or write, you can go slowly. You can use a dictionary. You can fix your mistakes. But in real life, people talk fast. Native speakers do not wait for you. They speak quickly and use short, natural phrases. This is where shadowing helps. It trains your brain and mouth to speak faster and more naturally, like a native speaker. Grammar exercises are also common. They help you understand sentences, but they often do not help you sound natural. If you only think about grammar, your speaking can sound like a robot. Native speakers do not think about grammar rules when they talk. They use it without thinking. Remembering words is useful, but it is not enough. Knowing many words is good, but if you do not know how to use them in real talk, your speaking will not sound natural. Shadowing helps you learn how to use your words in real life. You learn how to say them in a normal conversation. How your brain learns a new sound. How does shadowing work? The answer is in your brain. Science shows that copying sounds helps your brain make new connections. When you shadow a native speaker, your brain works hard to copy the sounds, rhythm, and stress. This uses the same parts of your brain as real speaking. The more you copy, the more your brain learns to make English sounds naturally. When you listen and repeat, you train your ear and your mouth. Your brain learns to hear small differences in sounds. Your mouth learns to make those sounds easily. After some time, speaking feels easier. You do not need to think hard about each word. It comes out naturally. The key is muscle memory. When you shadow often, your mouth and tongue remember how to move. It is like how sports players train their muscles. When you practice shadowing, your voice muscles become better at making the right sounds. This helps you speak more clearly and with less work. As your brain and muscles get better, you will feel that speaking English is more natural. It will not feel like you are translating from your language. You will start to think in English and speak with more confidence. Shadowing can help you do this. You can start now. Your simple plan for shadowing. Are you ready to start shadowing? Here is a simple plan to help you. It is important to go step by step. 1. Pick your material. First, you need to choose what to shadow. Pick something a little difficult but not too hard. It can be a podcast, a YouTube video, or news. Make sure it is interesting for you. If you like it, you will want to keep doing it. If you are new to shadowing, start with short videos or podcasts. 2 or 3 minutes is good. It is easier to focus on small parts first. When you get better, you can use longer content. 2. The 3 steps. Listen, shadow, record. Now you have your material. It is time to start. Follow these 3 steps. Step 1. Listen carefully. First, just listen to the audio. Pay attention to how the speaker talks. Listen to the pronunciation, rhythm, and music of their voice. Do not speak yet. Step 2. Shadow at the same time, listen again. This time, try to speak with the speaker. Try to copy their sounds and rhythm exactly. It is okay if you cannot follow at first. It gets easier with practice. Step 3. Record your voice. After shadowing, use your phone to record yourself saying the same words. Then, listen to your recording and the native speaker. Can you hear any differences? Listen for problems in your pronunciation, rhythm, or stress. Then you can work to make it better. Do it often. Learning a language is like learning a sport or an instrument. You need to practice often. You do not need to practice for hours every day. Even 10-15 minutes each day can help a lot. It is better to practice a little every day than a lot only one day. If you make shadowing part of your day, you will see progress quickly. It might feel strange at first, but do not stop. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. Getting better, next steps. Now you have started shadowing. Let's talk about how you can do even better. You have a good start. With a few more steps, you can speak more easily and feel more sure of yourself. Do more than repeat. When you practice shadowing, it is good to make it harder sometimes. Repeating the same thing is helpful, but you need more to improve. Think about what is difficult for you. Maybe some sounds are hard. Maybe long sentences are difficult. Shadowing lets you work on these problems one by one. For example, if the TH sound in words like this is hard, find audio with many of these words. Shadow them until you can say them better. If long sentences are a problem, find content with long sentences and practice them. Another way to challenge yourself is to use faster audio. If slow audio is easy, try listening to something faster. This will help you understand and speak more quickly. It trains your brain to think in English faster. Find friends, help and support. Learning English can feel alone sometimes, but it does not have to be. There are many groups online. You can meet other people who are also using shadowing. It can be a Facebook group, a language app, or a forum. Sharing your progress and tips with others can make you feel happy and motivated. When you join a group, you can see how other people shadow. You can learn new ways or find new things to practice. Also, being in a group helps you keep going. Knowing that other people are doing the same thing helps you practice, even on days when you do not want to. Do not be afraid to share your recordings. Ask other people what they think. They can tell you what is good and what you can make better. This feedback helps you see where to improve. Remember, everyone is learning. Every small step forward is a win. Try new things, keep learning. One good thing about shadowing is that you can always learn more. As you get better, you can use more difficult content. It is important to try new topics and materials. This keeps it fun and interesting. If you shadow podcasts, try TV shows or movies too. Watching real conversations helps you learn informal words and slang that people use every day. You can pause the video after 1 or 2 sentences and shadow them. This helps you practice natural English in different situations, like with friends or at work. Reading out loud is another good way to practice shadowing. You can read books, articles, or social media posts out loud. This helps your speaking and listening at the same time. When you try more difficult content, pick things you like. Shadowing works best when you enjoy what you hear. If you love music, try shadowing song words. If you like science or history, find podcasts about those topics. Learning English is more fun when it is about things you love. Keep feeling motivated. Learning a language takes time. Some days you will feel you are not getting better. This is normal. When this happens, think about how much you have learned already. Be happy about small wins. For example, understanding a hard sentence or saying a difficult word correctly. A good way to stay motivated is to set small goals. For example, plan to shadow for 10 minutes every day for 1 week. When you reach that goal, set a new one. Maybe shadow longer content or record yourself more often. These goals help you stay focused and give you something to work for. It also helps to write down your progress. Keep a small book about your shadowing. Write what was good and what was bad. This lets you see how you are improving over time. Sometimes, listening to your old recordings shows you how much your speaking has changed. Use shadowing to feel more confident. Many language learners feel nervous about speaking. They are afraid to make mistakes, but shadowing can help you feel more confident. By copying native speakers, you get used to hearing and saying the language correctly. After some time, you will feel more comfortable speaking, even in real life. Start with content you know well, then slowly use more difficult things. As you feel more confident, try shadowing with real people. If you have a language partner, try to shadow how they speak during a conversation. This helps you use what you learned in a real situation. Do not worry about being perfect. Learning a language is about getting better, not being perfect. Every time you shadow, you are improving. You might not see it now, but you are. Keep practicing, and soon you will feel more confident speaking English than ever before. Shadowing for Fluency, your simple guide. Now you know the basics of shadowing. You have taken good steps to improve your speaking. Let's talk about how to make shadowing work even better for you. Learn real English. One great thing about shadowing is that it teaches you real English. This is the English that native speakers use every day. When you shadow, you are not repeating sentences from a book. You are copying real conversations, stories, and talks from real life. This makes your English sound more natural. Other people will understand you more easily. If you have been shadowing formal things like news reports, try something different. Try shadowing casual conversations. Listen to how people talk in a coffee shop, at home with family, or with friends. These situations use simple, relaxed language. This can help you sound more like a native speaker. To speak English well, you need to know both formal and informal English. At work or school, you might need to speak formally. But with friends, the language is more casual and fun. By shadowing different kinds of content, you will learn to use English naturally in many situations. Pay attention to pronunciation. For many learners, pronunciation is the hardest part. Even if you know a word, saying it correctly can be difficult. Shadowing is a great way to improve your pronunciation. When you shadow, listen carefully to how native speakers say words. Notice sounds that are different from your language. For example, English has the TH sound, like in this and that. This sound might not be in your language. Shadowing helps you practice these difficult sounds until they become easy. Another important thing is stress and intonation. Stress means saying one word louder or stronger in a sentence. For example, in I really like pizza, we stress really. Intonation is the music of your voice when it goes up or down. Native speakers use intonation to show feelings, ask questions, or make statements. By shadowing, you can practice stress and intonation to sound more natural. Use technology to help you. Today, technology can be a great friend for your shadowing practice. Many apps and websites have audio content for language learners. These tools can help you find good material to shadow. Some apps have special features. They can slow down the audio or let you repeat parts. For example, on YouTube, you can change the speed of a video. If a video is too fast, you can make it slower. This makes it easier to follow. When you get better, you can return to normal speed. Many language learning apps like Duolingo also have content you can shadow inside the app. Some apps let you record your voice. Then you can compare it with the native speaker. This is a great way to see your progress and know what to improve. Try shadowing with a friend. Shadowing does not have to be something you do alone. Practicing with a friend can be more fun and helpful. Find someone who is also learning English. Practice shadowing together. You can listen to the same audio and shadow at the same time. After, listen to how you both sound. Give each other advice. If you don't have a friend to practice with, you can use a tutor or join an online class. Some programs connect you with native speakers who are learning your language. You can practice shadowing with them. This helps your shadowing and lets you ask questions about your pronunciation. Use shadowing for all skills. Shadowing is not only for speaking. It can also help your listening, vocabulary, and grammar. When you shadow, you hear new words and how sentences are built. This helps you understand how to use the language in real life. Over time, you will learn new words and grammar without trying to memorize them. When you shadow, notice how sentences are made. See how words are used together. This gives you a better feeling for English grammar. For example, you might see how people ask questions or use common phrases. This improves all your English skills. Shadowing also makes your listening better. When you copy native speakers, you train your ear to understand different accents, fast talking, and slang. This makes it easier to understand real conversations in the future. Be happy about your progress. Learning English is a long trip, but every step you take brings you closer to speaking well. Remember to be happy about your successes, even the small ones. Maybe you can now speak faster without thinking too much, or maybe you can finally say a difficult word correctly. These small wins show that your shadowing practice is working. Keep a record of your progress. Record yourself often and listen to your old recordings. This will show you clearly how much you have improved. The more you practice, the more confident you will feel. Soon, you will be able to speak easily and fluently. Keep going to reach your goal. As you continue shadowing, remember that fluency takes time. Every time you practice, you get closer to your goal. Even when it feels hard, do not stop. You will see that your speaking and listening are getting better. Try longer content. When short audio becomes easy, it is time to try longer things. Shadowing full podcasts, TV shows, or movies can be difficult at first. but it is a very good way to improve. Longer content lets you hear more words, different speeds, and many speaking styles. You will hear both formal and casual English. This helps you feel ready for any situation. Do not feel bad if you cannot shadow a 30-minute podcast yet. Break it into small parts. Shadow just one part at a time. If you practice often, you will be able to shadow longer content without trouble. Focus on natural talking. Real English conversations are often fast and use simple words and slang. Shadowing is the best way to learn this. Start by shadowing content with normal talks between friends, phone calls, or interviews. Here you will learn casual language, common phrases, and how people really speak. When you shadow these conversations, listen for short forms like don't instead of do not. Notice how people say hello and how are you in a relaxed way. By copying these natural patterns, you will sound more like a native speaker and less like a book. If you hear words you do not know, that is okay. Shadowing is about progress, not being perfect. If you do not understand, listen again. You can use a dictionary or the internet to help you. Then go back to shadowing. This helps you remember the new word and use it yourself. Feel confident and have fun. Shadowing is not only about better speaking. It is also about feeling more confident in English. The more you practice, the more comfortable you will feel speaking in different places. This confidence helps you speak more clearly and without too much thinking. Enjoy shadowing. Make it a fun part of your day. Choose things you like, maybe a topic you love or a show you enjoy. As you improve, you will find that English feels less like a problem and more like a normal part of your life. Practice regularly is very important. If you want to speak English well, you need to practice regularly. Even 10-15 minutes every day is enough. Make it a habit. Practice in the morning, during lunch, or before you sleep. Find a time that is good for you and try to keep it. Remember, you cannot learn perfect English in one day. It takes time, but if you practice often, you will see progress. The more you shadow, the more comfortable and confident you will become. Good resources for shadowing. To keep getting better, use different kinds of content. Here are some good ideas. Podcasts. Many podcasts are for English learners. Pick ones you find interesting. Good examples are The English We Speak for everyday language and 6-Minute English for listening practice. YouTube videos. YouTube has many videos for learners. Find videos that are fun and where people speak clearly. TV shows and movies. These help you learn how people talk in real life. Watch shows you like. Try to shadow what the people say. Start with slower or easier shows first. Language apps. Apps like Fluency and Babbel have content for shadowing. They often have written words and slow speed options. This makes shadowing easier and more helpful. When you practice, remember to think about the meaning of the words. The goal is not only to copy sounds, but to understand the message. The more you practice, the better you will use English in your own conversations. Final words, you can do it. Shadowing is a very strong tool to make your English better. It helps you sound like a native speaker and gets you ready for real life. If you practice often and try new things, you will keep improving. The road to good English may be long, but with shadowing, you are taking a faster way. Keep practicing, have fun, and remember that your hard work is important. Soon, you will find that you can speak English easily without thinking too much. Good luck and happy shadowing.
Hey, if you learned something new today, please give this video a like. Write your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second and it really helps to create more English videos for you. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.